I think they're.
I would be frustrated too.
You're on defense. You get first blood.
Who wouldn't be frustrated?
You have Saints dead to rights. Back of B, and you just couldn't finish the ASM one.
Like, who wouldn't be frustrated?
So frustrated.
But it's kind of like
that was a $400 game right there.
Yeah.
Like $500 almost.
But it's I think it's even more than that. It's the ability to trust your teammates in clutch situations and have them never come through and see that there's no way that that's changing. That is very tough to deal with.
Frustration.
You know, I mean, we've seen TK in a ton of Game 5s. Have they won any of them?
Oh, man.
You know?
It's a tough time, man. That is a tough time. It looks like both of our teams for the finals are going to take a little break before we get this going. We'll never stop here.
No, we don't stop.
Because stopping is for the weak.
We can't stop and we won't stop.
We can't stop.
That's what P. Diddy said.
Ever.
Well, he was Puff Daddy at that point in time.
He was Puff Daddy. What's your favorite name for
Do you remember when he was Puff Daddy?
Sean Combs.
Yeah, the best Puff Daddy music video was when he was at Nas and they lit like that deli on fire and they were dancing on top of it.
Puff Daddy, Nas, fire.
I don't know if we can show that music video. It's the Hate Me Now music video. Has tons of expletive words in it.
We don't need to play the music.
But we can show.
But
yeah, they light like trucks on fire in the street and they dance on top of them. Go like about halfway in. Yeah, see, look, he's on top of the deli.
Yep. Top of the deli. Nas is Jesus.
Yep.
I don't know why we're talking about. There it is. There's the fire.
Yeah, there's the fire.
This is P. Diddy and his friends.
Yep. He's saying, yep, look, we can blow a truck up in the street and then I could dance on top of a deli.
All with a chain, man.
Yep, and I think we should pull it away.
That's my new dance.
Yeah, there you go. The swaying like side to side like this.
I will never have the dancing skills of P. Diddy.
What is your favorite?
I'm pretty sure you could have the dancing skills of Nas.
What is your favorite P. Diddy song?
Come With Me. Yeah, from the Godzilla soundtrack.
Really? Is that like a real song?
Oh, dude, you're missing out. Are you ready? We're gonna play the music with this one. Will says no, we're not. I think so. We're gonna get sued by Puff Daddy. Really? You think Puff Daddy's gonna come in here and be like, you know what, guys, you owe me about $52?
Yeah, I would be so hyped if P. Diddy came in here. But then I wouldn't be as hyped if he said, I'm suing you. I would be like, this is very unfortunate.
Oh man, I can't find the proper music video. You lucked out. We'll watch that together.
Yeah.
After the stream when Will's not here. We'll show it to other people.
I think the best part about Puff Daddy was that he used to wear those like shiny suits.
The Missy Elliott suits?
Nobody would ever wear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott suit, exactly.
It's quite powerful
Puff
stuff.
Daddy basically used to dress like Missy Elliott.
They look the same. Missy Elliott dropped down to Puff Daddy weight. Puff Daddy tried to get bulky. Couldn't do it as well as Dr. Dre.
Why does he always, like, why do they keep changing their names? Like, he's been, like, Sean Combs, he's been P. Diddy, he's been Puff Daddy.
Why is Dwayne Johnson not just going by The Rock anymore?
If I was The Rock, I would have legally changed my name to The Rock.
Right? Chad Ochocinco did.
Just like Maven. Like, there's no reason he should have a first name
Evans
Clint.
Should totally be Maven.
His name should just be Maven. Eliminate the last name just on a first name basis.
And then we get him a Disney show and it'd be That's So Maven. And
he's just...
You could just watch Maven in the real world. Guys, we're going to the grand finals right now. We're going to fade to black. Reset your brains before we open up with the best of five.
It's like the Men in Black thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the grand finals of the Sunday 5K. We thought there'd be a wait, but there is no more waiting. It is Faze going up against Envious. Of course, this weekend you have Enable playing with Optic Gaming over in France. They won their tournament this morning. But Faze has a very strong player filling in today. It's been Sensor, who hasn't had to drop the biggest numbers with the way Hook, Slasher, and Zuma have been playing. Last hardpoint, we saw all three members with over 40 kills.
Yeah, Faze with a dominant performance in that last hardpoint. You know, getting off to a very nice start here. It's going to be Hook with 3 kills off the break. Slasher starting off 4-0. Make it 5-0, and you know, the one thing I was going to ask you, Puckett, was, you know, with the fact that Faze was sitting around waiting for a little bit of time, you know, Envy just off of a series win against TK, if it was going to affect Faze at all, you know, if they were, you know, going to be a little bit sluggish here at the start, but clearly that is not the case.
Not an issue at all. 23+ points and counting in their favor. They're going to have a nice advantage going into this second hard point. It looks like it's going to be Envy set up first. Slasher deals with their anchor, though, and good thing Looney is there. Cleans up 2. Saints in the kill feed as it's a battle royale for control, but Slasher 8-3. Can't open up much better, especially when Envy's top Slayer, arguably on the day, Proofy, is stuck at 1-5.
Yeah, 1-5 start for Proof. That's very difficult. I mean, you know, especially going up against Slasher, one of the better ARs in Call of Duty. Now, one thing also that kind of, I don't know if we really can look forward, like that much forward, but do you think, this is going to sound weird, can FaZe have an advantage by not being at Gfinity for the next event after that?
By not attending a LAN, can you be better?
Could you, but could you hide things that you wouldn't normally do? Or let's say, you know, all these teams practicing with the IMR, let's say, you know, they go to this next LAN and the IMR isn't as effective on LAN. So now all these teams have to come home, rework their strategies. Can FaZe kind of, you know, just zone it out already?
I don't think so. I think by not being there, I mean, you're still missing your fourth. So you're not testing everything else. Right. You don't get a chance to test for yourself. Does the IMR work for you? I think, honestly, not being there is not going to be the best decision for this squad, although I kind of agree with the financial just outlook on it. You're playing with half your lineup. Do you want to spend thousands of dollars to travel to Europe to not play with your full team?
I think actually Gfinity is covering all the travel for all of the teams.
So they wouldn't have to pay $1 out of pocket?
Yeah.
And they didn't?
It's just they couldn't get, really, I don't think they could get the full team that they wanted or a full team.
Right.
I think that's what they decided to just kind of invite an actual team. Because, you know, you invite FaZe, you expect, you know, the FaZe team to kind of give that spot to FaZe and then have them kind of make a
show up and make Banks
pickup
play.
team. that would be great.
Banks and Tepper filling in. No, actually, you put Sensor on the lineup, you only need one.
Right. I mean, you know, Sensor, a huge name for the FaZe brand. I mean, when you really think of FaZe, you think of Sensor. Regardless of whether he's on the team or not, you know, in the competitive world, you think of Sensor. Sensor's been a huge rock for this team, and it's going to be FaZe jumping out to a monster lead here, Puckett. It's 122-37. Envy really needs to start picking things up if they're going to have a chance of even coming back and making this one even competitive.
Yeah, I think really the reason FaZe might not be there is Slasher is still in college. You have to remember that this is around the finals time for most universities as they wrap up in May. So I think now is really important timing for Slasher to be home and be available for school and go into ESWC and then Gfinity or even just Gfinity. That's going to take quite a bit of time away from a student. So 19-11, Slasher, while everyone else is traveling, is dominating right now. Plus 10. Can we just stay on the man?
Yeah, we'll stay on with Slasher.
He's been on all day.
The difference between these two teams right now, you know, with the score, like you kind of look at it like how is it so lopsided? It's look at the main AR for Envy is 4-14, and the main AR for FaZe is 24-11.
And he switched over to the ASM1
that is your
and turning on people.
Yeah, that is your difference so far in this first hard point. And you know, it looks like FaZe may even hit 200 points through the first rotation here. I mean, they have a realistic chance of doing that, which would be kind of absurd. Yeah, you got to look at this team. You know, we've been watching them all day. You add Enable to this squad. Is this one of, if not the best hardpoint team in the game?
I definitely think they are. I think this FaZe crew, there are very few teams
with Optic Gaming.
There are very few teams that can slay the way they are when you have Hook, Slasher, and Zuma all on point.
You know, I think they're the one team that, you know, if you were to say, okay, this team can kind of go gun to gun with Optic Gaming, I think this is the one team you could say realistically could do it.
I honestly think that this FaZe lineup that you're watching currently is almost a mirror image of Denial at COD Champs.
This one with Sensor
instead of Enable.
Yeah.
And I'm actually wondering, would FaZe be better off in the long run with Sensor, just like they had at the Columbus Open?
I don't know. See, that's you can't really say that because you see
they're two totally different play styles.
Right, and with Optic Gaming with their current roster, you're going to need to outslay them. There's no way. I mean, we saw Denal today. Obviously, they don't have Karma. They have Enable instead of him. But you saw the real issue with Denal today when they matched up against Optic Gaming at ESWC is they couldn't slay with him. No, it worked at Champs, but now that those rosters are, I think everybody's rosters are stacked now. And you look at it across the board, I think everybody's roster has gotten better. That it's going to be very difficult to, win with one player who can't really keep up in the kills department.
Saints on your screen was the dominant player going up against TK in that last series. Always up in the numbers with Proofy at the top. He's 17 and 22. Not having the best of games. We saw him put up more kills in his single spree than what he has right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult, though, to get things going when your team is getting beat this bad. I think you probably start checking out, not really kind of worrying about the result or the outcome when you're down by, 110 points.
Yeah, we
now,
lost.
I mean, you're currently down 217 to 63 at that moment in time where I was reading it off, but the score just keeps going. You see, when Hook is making plays like that, I mean, there is no chance you can come back and win this one. I mean, this is 100% a Faze map. It's just how much does this loss affect Envy for the rest of the series?
And can Hook and Slasher, with 19 points still to go, put up 40 bombs? Because everyone who is walking next to them, near them, or in front of them are dying.
Just think about how stupid that is that this is the second rotation of hills. We're at blue. The game is going to end. We're not even going to get to the last two hills. There's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left.
7 minutes and 13 seconds.
They have almost 40 kills each.
Is all it took for Faze to lay a whooping on Envy in hardpoint. But remember what Envy just did.
Hook is stupid. He goes 33 and 18 with 10 captures in 6 minutes.
Okay, we got to pull up the scoreboard at the end of this, Matt, because I need to see total, hill defense. How many did Envy have? Did they have any?
Okay, so Hook has 10 captures, 10 defends, goes 33 and 18.
The Envy team, grand total, 7. 18 defends coming in from your Faze squad. Hook with 10 of them on his own. A 1.83 KD right next to Slasher's 1.84. The Slayers are out.
That is
for
scary.
Faze. Even Sensor going +4 in game number 1. Guys, don't go anywhere, though. We're going to switch host. We're going to switch it up and go to Search and Destroy. Totally different game mode next.
Yes.
And Envy just showed you can never count them out regardless of what the score shows. We'll see, can they tie things up? Coming up next.